Carnivore Challenge, and today I'm coming in to kind of talk about some of the positive things with the herpes virus coming out right on my body, just and some of the more subtle things that happened, and it has to do with stress and being emotionally, like going through a difficult emotional time, and how that in the past would automatically, immediately create an outbreak. My immune system was shot, and just an emotional upset would trigger an outbreak. And that just doesn't happen anymore. And I don't know how to explain it. I believe that my immune system is just so much stronger now that I can go through a pretty intense emotional upheaval and or stressful situation, and nothing happens. Nothing happens. And it used to be just like it was, I would just expect it. I just knew it was I knew it would come like a day later, the next day, the swollen lip, the itchy body, and it just doesn't happen anymore. And this past week has been a continual, more intense this past week. It's been kind of a month, adjusting and things happening in the house, family stress happening and things like that. And I'm not like nothing. And I honestly can't explain it, but there it is. There it is. I imagine that the first year, that if I had gone through a similar kind of stressful situation in my life, that maybe I would have had some kind of outbreak. But maybe it would have just been a minimal thing, you know? And like I had, when I would get them here, like the last time after 6 months, I just got a couple of, just two or three, just a real minimal outbreak. I mean, real, not the entire wrist area, which is what would happen. And I was looking at it going, yeah, okay. If this is all I'm going to get, I can get them like this. I don't care. I honestly don't care. I can have them at this little tiny itty bitty outbreak. I don't care. It's fine. It's perfect. It didn't upset me. I didn't like completely like feel ill. I didn't feel like I needed to just like stay in bed and cover up and just disappear from the world and not have to, deal with the uncomfort of one of those major outbreaks where, where, yeah, I don't even want to think about what those were like. I don't even want to think about it. So, whew. I'm pretty sure I have a pretty positive, optimistic, without being delusional, that that others out there, when they go carnivore, because you're no longer on the spikes, the carbohydrate spike, where you come in and then you drop. And I'm assuming, without knowing, but I'm assuming, at least for me, that was more, had the opportunity to be a little bit more volatile, a more volatile state of being. Like if my energy went up, then I would get up, and then when it dropped, I would drop. And so I've kind of put the two together. And with the carnivore, when you're on ketones, it's this throughout the entire day. So of course, bad things happen. Bad things happen all the time. Life is not predictable. Life is not controllable. And, how we come to those various states during the day, uh, right? I mean, I would much rather come at it like this, just glide through. And it's not to say that this past week I haven't been, um, partially freaking out or partially getting really angry. Yeah. Just feeling that, like, oh, this is insane. This is too much. I don't want to deal with it, that kind of thing. But there's no herpes anywhere, like anywhere. Nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. And I can't explain it. It's super exciting. Uh, I think I want to do a little bit of research on that today, if I have the time, to really go in and see. There must be a mechanism. Rest in peace, herpes. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is a funeral I am not crying over. Right? I mean, I think you should get tested again and wonder if it's gone away. That would be crazy. Sniper Jordan, I have thought about that, and I am going to go get tested again because I read some other people who are like, I no longer, like, they went and got tested again and the herpes was gone. And it's like, I thought you always had it, that it was always there. And, I just assume that it's always there, that it's just dormant in your body until you die. That's kind of been the information that I got. That is what the doctors say. Well, I don't know. I'm going to go in and get tested again and see what happens. And while I'm at it, get all sorts of other tests done. The doctors also say that it doesn't really show up in your blood work, at least here in Greece. So I'm pretty sure that my information and what the doctors are saying here might be a little bit different than what's happening in the States or in the UK. I'm not sure. But the last time, that I was in getting checked, where that came up, these 4 different herpes types, is that, you just always have them. You always carry them, and there they are. It's not something that comes and goes. Um, I don't know. You guys out there probably know more than I do. So I'm going to go that's what I'll go search out. And I will go and take a blood test because I am not quite certain that if herpes is a virus, then doesn't mean that your body can't get rid of it, right? I mean, but again, what do I know? So, yeah, number 1, go in and get myself tested and see what comes up. If I have any traces of any of these herpes anymore, God, wouldn't that be something? Wow. That would be actually kind of crazy. But like I said, I went in and my Hashimoto's, the anti-TPO level that was at 2,500 was back down to 64. I don't know where it is today. It could be even lower. And sure, my IgG count number is when I do the test. Okay, yeah. See, I've got to get a list of things to to know what to ask for, because I honestly don't know. I just went in and we have a pretty good microbiologist here in the neighboring village on the mainland, and I said, I want to see what kind of herpes I got. He gave me the test along with my blood test, the regular classic blood test that they do. But I know that there are more things that we need to look at that, maybe, and it's quite possible that the people here are not updated on it yet. It's not part of the practice here yet. Who knows? So I need to have a list. IgG. There you go. That's one. And yeah, so I'm really curious because in any other period of my life, having gone through this kind of emotional stress kind of thing, right? I would have had some pretty serious outbreaks, like real serious. And nothing's happening. Nothing. I don't get it. So yeah. Anyways, day 20. And I have not sneered off. I have not fallen off the wagon. I haven't even touched my toe to the ground off the wagon since the squash soup incident. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna go with that, but I don't know. I don't know. So I want to search out those two things. The first one, what I was talking about is how is it? It's an emotional stress response. So it's stress, but how does stress in itself really trigger an outbreak? Because I grew up, it's like, oh, if you stress out you're going to get herpes, and that's pretty much what happened when I got stressed out, and then whether I was stressed or not, I got them anyways. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the immune response, with having a strong immune system, and which I apparently have because, knock on wood, my kids are here. They're sick. They get sick. They get this. They get that. They had like really bad stomach flu and this and that and the other thing. And I just watched them go through it. Nothing. I didn't have any kind of I didn't have anything, right? I mean, I didn't have anything. I think what happens is I get a little tiny, like maybe get like a little tiny, like I'll be a little bit more um, uh, less energetic, and I oftentimes will get the feeling like, oh no, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get what they have. And then I wake up the next day and I'm fine. So maybe I did get what they had, but because I am just completely different today, it doesn't affect me. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't really care as long as I'm happy and healthy. So, yeah, I'm going to go in and search these things out. You guys, another thing that I have decided to do is stop social media and just, I'm first going to take like a month and just not engage. I'm took the apps off my phone and just not engage before I actually go in and delete everything. I have some fears about it because I'm addicted to social media, like I think everybody is. And those dopamine hits that I just don't want to be a part of anymore. And I consider that part of this carnivore journey, if that makes any sense at all. But it's releasing yourself of your addictions because food is, I think, the strongest addiction, and then maybe social media is the second one in line. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say that for sure, but it kind of seems like it is. Like food is your number one addiction, and then social media is another. I'm not talking about YouTube. YouTube is not social media. YouTube is a library. It's an online library of information, and it's quite different. It's quite different. I'm still getting views on the first videos that I made on my painting channel. Which were not any great videos at all, but people are still connecting to them. And I'm pretty sure that this whole social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook kind of thing is probably not a healthy way to live our lives. Just like eating sugar probably isn't a healthy way to live our lives. So I'm going to chuck it. I'm done with it, and I'm focusing only here on YouTube, getting rid of all the extras, the things that are unnecessary in my life. And boy, would I love to actually pick up a real book and spend more time reading, which is something that I love to do. I love to read and write. I love it. And to kind of let go and clear my mind of all of that extra, that feeling like I have to be somewhere somehow better, like this YouTube channel that I'm starting here with Herpes and Carnivore, right? That it has to be somehow this, that, or the other thing. And I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. And I don't want to be pulled into that. I want to be here as me, talking with you, learning, trying to understand how things are going. And, now since I'm in the very beginning of this journey, and it's just been me that I know of with, well, not me anymore, but it used to be just me and carnivore and the things that happened. And, learning about others out there who are doing the same thing. Some have done the same thing and gotten rid of many, many autoimmune issues. The Epstein-Barr and, all sorts of things that herpes belongs with. So that's really all I want to do, is just be here and communicate with you guys and let you know what I'm learning. So what do we got today? We got today figuring out if there's a way to understand more scientifically from those out there who know what they're doing and have researched this and have something to say about it. I'm going to go in and try and find the information and, put some science behind, some research behind this self-experiment and the positive things that keep coming out of it. I'm just way better, like beyond expectations better than I ever expected I would be. And I had no idea that this carnivore thing or ketovore. I'm pretty certain that being like a ketovore type, keto and carnivore mix kind of thing is fabulous. Fabulous. I'm not ready to try that out again. I did that last year, eating salad, and got a huge outbreak on my legs. I'm not ready to test those waters again. But I don't know. I know and I believe that foods that come from the earth in their original form, even fruit, right? I mean, I know that when we were back in the hunter-gatherer days, that if we came across an apple tree or something similar, that, we ate it. And like what Paul Saladino says, and I believe this is true, that if we came across a beehive, that we would dove into that honey. We did. And I don't see that as a bad thing. You're not eating beehives every single day to end up having, problems. But if you came across one, of course you're going to eat it. You're going to dig in and enjoy it. And, but your main meal is ruminant animals. Yep. I mean, that just makes sense to me. So maybe one day I will be back in that sphere, and once in a while eating a little bit of honey, if I can find raw honey from a real, somebody who has their own bees. Maybe I'll have my own bees one day. And then minimal amounts of keto things. But for now, I am completely, perfectly happy and healthy on the carnivore diet. And feeling wonderful. So I'm not going to switch that up for anything, right? On this beautiful Sunday, October 20th, and we've got just 10 more days of this challenge. And will we go for another 30 days afterwards? Like I said, it's my coffee, decaf, with heavy cream and butter in it, no sugars, nothing of the sort. That's my one treat. Another treat is plain soda water, which sometimes I will put heavy cream in that as well, and salt. And I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's it. All right. So you guys, take care. I'll see y'all again tomorrow for day 21. Going to the Discord channel to check things out. I haven't been there for the past couple days. If you've sent me any messages, and I think Sniper Jordan, you did send something. So I'm going in right now to take a look at that and see what's going on there. And I will see you all again tomorrow. Ciao.